Good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the Nilecast on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name is Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news that is making headlines. In the headlines tonight, slow network transfer disrupts the parish development model launch in Gulu City. Hailstorms destroy properties in over 6 villages in Zombo district. And Kampala roads to be closed as Museveni celebrates his 79th birthday. This and more in the Nilecast News Bulletin. A very warm welcome, viewer, to the Nilecast only on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Beneficiaries of the parish development model in Gulu City this morning on the 7th of September 2023 were upset after the failed launch of the parish development model. This is according to the Deputy Resident City Commissioner. These programs fail after the transfer of money from the parish development model main SACCO account to the individual accounts of the group members. Stephen Okello from Gulu has more.
Over 700 beneficiaries of parish development model in Gulu City today walk back home in bitterness after the official from Gulu City Council boycotted to meet them at Gulu City Yard.
Chalo an kiluak mo bienu kan wangeni launch chene no doni won kom ya account pa won kom the chairman kitika watchini miergeno ko tini eni pen poburu.
After waiting for and committing to hold the process in processing the PDM money, many lost hope in the program.
Chena ne atika kala yen kita wana biunu kere ki kit mwa mo longa ke chena pe mwa cheri kana tin kin wa wani umir wa bin ka ga mu chena eto da ko wate wani chena pe ki bang chena ki kala sako yana kala ti chena ko ngai ka chena te bino.
The Deputy Resident City Commissioner, Gulu City, Peter Banya, says the launch was foiled due to some technical delay from the bank, which disturbed the transfer of money from SACCO account to the individual member's account.
There are people to come so that we can have a launch together, to also to push on them to use this money well. Fortunately or unfortunately, they went back home not satisfied because everybody expected to go back with money. But we promised them that this money is there, and I'm going to follow it up with Post Bank so that we can see within 24 hours, as they promised, that money will be sent to the different groups.
Other members blame the delays on the new system when the digital platform that was incorporated by Post Bank to transfer cash to PDM beneficiaries.
Confused. Why should the money again be sent through a new formation, like a new app which is just being tried? To me, the best way was to let the money go to people's account. One, when there's still a new project, which is not yet in the market. So the money will even come, will be in people's phone, they will have no access of withdrawal.
Kiliko Makej called upon government to abolish the operations of Wendy in transferring PDM money and allow the members to access their money directly from account.
Account was open at a fee. Now again you are saying the money must go through another channel, which to me, I don't understand it. There is someone somewhere who sat on his computer and came out with an app. With an app is to swindle people's money.
Many believe that the app was introduced to steal money from the poor Ugandans.
Now the money is supposed to come 1 million, but people are not getting the 1 million. But if it was in the account, it would enter 1 million. But now it becomes less because of transactional charges. Now, in Gulu City, we have 32 wards with 100 beneficiaries. with a deduction of 4,000 shillings each. How much is that? Someone is busy making this money while not working. The real vulnerable people are losing their money. So to me, this thing is just it's a scam.
Stephen Okello for Westnile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, farmers in Zombo district are counting losses as hailstorms destroyed their crops and properties on the 6th of September 2023 in Paida Town Council, Zombo district. Reports from the Uganda Meteorological Department indicate that from the month of September to December, there will be a possibility to receive heavy rains with hailstorms in the region. Alfred Jawoko has more.
Residents of over 6 villages in Paida Town Council, Zombo district are counting losses after rain accompanied by hailstorms destroyed their crops and houses on Wednesday night. The hailstorms also demolished Nyibola Bridge, 4 houses at Chupandika, Jopanyondo East, Zingili Cells in Paida Town Council, among others. The local council one chairperson Jupandika East Cell, Felix Otingchwinyu, confirmed that the affected residents are now stranded since they don't have what to eat and where to sleep. He is therefore appealing for government support to the affected people.
Village banga mana wuru pay ushwi marach ma ugamunyo to pinya pol ngora la bolu kupinya na gicheke ba time kaneno ego ma gwe mani lozo ente side ni ko ngelo ka go mani lo ma nyolo kai banga en dum kwash bara tieni akadana mo kuma gicho bi konyo tie gi bigi konyo gi lar dano ko mendu keshke nu bini manyen gos chengu negu aya ko de duoguro amdo gunegu mapare dum enu edo ko leme mate dum wakwa ni ajumi disaster preparedness ka gichopo ni winju duondwa glar wa bigi kon community enu kwenda lema chopo ni weche kumshui pa kot neni enu.
Tasha Giramia Peace Jalar, one of the affected farmers whose cabbage garden was destroyed by the hailstorm, said she used over 300 shillings on the garden but now calls for immediate help from the government as the third term is nearing.
Meno amita washnia wabe neno dong la marash ne gisha ko timre eno kot mi di mira bongwa no bedu kot ma pek bode shaka ya ni onya kot ne be shishu ma pek blom eno amana woru ku meno kot shu ma dit eshu ma di eshu wanga degba ko were shu ma pek de shen shu a di woru de game shu ma pek so mana woru no eshu yore mo kosh e bedu ko pay a pay ki wongo ko timre ku meno goy wa ko duma tonton ana shu ko do para eno pare shu ko kanen shakre ko de penja amayo malwe zo pe cha goyo gi adongo mapinyi kona ne mashasa wa washania akare mapol na ko mishu ku nyot makumini e we kwai loss talo jiri food ai kare manang makwa kwan kadina nyipi do pe mera kai par nya makna wod ba fa bora kape usiku me mo kido wod ba fari okay so e very what not maditi mana kwayo ni aduka government wa ngini ashalo jila jini tunia court no wangini be shishu maditi akolo bi pa el nino para ginyang kumeno ko to be shibere mo pek do ngakwe ni akala ma e bitimre nyot me timre e adimo ko dia paro choko timre ka ju kwa ibe nya obino lar wado ko do we kwa masiki siki nya do ngido ngishingwa ukonywa ubini bangwa onen kiteme nyotere ne utem ma ko shingwa pe ko mwande de ni shako kamija e kendi manyene e berula na te so kwash pare ba di government nyene ko gi kuitiem di pen di team malo actions we kara ko do mo penyo shek maleng agriculture mwatendi fofude in Uganda ube malo mariti.
Paida Town Council Production Officer Charity Yutung said the extension workers and area chairpersons in the affected areas will assess the damage to be submitted to the District Disasters Management Department and Office of the Prime Minister respectively.
Pertaining the disaster that has happened, basically in our department as production, what we do, we take the data for all the things that have been destroyed, especially crop. This is a natural disaster that we cannot prevent. It comes at any time. So what we are telling the farmers to do is, as the hailstorm has destroyed their crops, I appeal them to plant, to replant, especially for the crops that were very young. They should not just sit, let them plant other crops so that we can be able to address the food security issue. On the ground, what we are doing right now is collecting the data. So I appeal to the farmers not to sit. Then the trend of the rain, as it is raining, I'm appealing to farmers that next year the food security issue might not be okay. Let all farmers plant, even if sweet potatoes and other crops that can help the farmers very fast.
Reports from Meteorological Department indicate that from the month of September to December, there is a possibility to receive heavy rainfalls with hailstorms. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, the Acholi cultural leaders appreciated President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's apology to the Acholi community, saying that his expression marked the beginning of a long-awaited national healing and the reconciliation that will enable Ugandans to confront their past through truth-telling. Stephen Okello from Gulu has more.
Mixed reaction as traditional leaders in Acholi respond to President Museveni's open apology to Acholi community.
We are very happy to welcome some of the gestures shown. I think it requires a lot more work and a lot more time to really nail down the reconciliation. But we are grateful. We are grateful for that, and I think the President expressed his appreciation and his his remorse. Let me say that word. Those are the things that will bring peace, will bring understanding.
What Ogana John Obira of Labongo clan says his apology is a good start, but it is not enough. Since 1986 up to date, Acholi are continuously losing their loved ones and properties to their neighbors under the watch of his government. And he must do something to stop this for Acholi to totally accept his apology.
We expect a lot more from government to be done on this matter. If our people will continue suffering in this way, request for forgiveness, request for peaceful or coexistence or showing signs of remorse from leaders will be taken as a joke.
This came after President Museveni asked the Acholi people to forgive him and the NRM government for the mistake and the failure they have done in Acholi in the last 30 years.
As the top leaders of the movement, we are here to take full responsibility of all the mistakes which were made at various levels. Forgive our failures and the failures and the mistakes made by leaders we entrusted.
According to Ruot Godfrey Utira Obol, the chief of Padiwe clan, President's apology lacks many traditional legitimate components to be accepted, but his apology is welcome.
Wawinyo ento tiche put pe agitio okati maleng wan wajore kwai mamegeni ni utimi rekigani ento tiche put pe utine weko o mechobone.
What Justin Ochedebinyi says, President should now set a National Truth Commission to facilitate national healing and reconciliation, because not only Acholi people who have suffered in the hands of this government,
Good as it was, it lacked the essential elements of natural justice. We only speculating. What is it that they're admitting to? We don't know. We only speculating. Let there be set up a truth commission that will then an open, transparent process on the basis of which we can now move to what he proposed, forgiveness. Without that, what is it we are talking about?
All the pre-colonial government of Uganda have at least wronged a tribe or a region in Uganda, but no president in history came out to say sorry to its people. And this makes President Museveni the first president to openly apologize to his people. Stephen Okello for Westnile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, Dr. Kiza Besigye, the former president for the Forum for Democratic Change Party, has embarked on the regional mobilization campaign aimed at rallying party leaders for the upcoming National Delegates Conference scheduled for September 2023. The campaign kick-started in Fort Portal, where Dr. Kizza Besigye engaged FDC leaders from Tororo and Rwenzori sub-regions, expressing concerns about the recent party elections and the divisions plaguing the party. The primary objective of this engagement was to galvanize support for the National Delegates Conference, which is set to take place on the 19th of September 2023. Dr. Kizza Besigye emphasized the significance of the National Delegates Conference, stating that it is the National Delegates Conference that has the mandate to elect new leaders as per the invitation of the party chairperson. And more in our story, several roads in Kampala will be closed off tomorrow and be inaccessible to motorists, as President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will be celebrating his 79th birthday at Kololo Independence Ground. The 79th birthday for the President of the Republic of Uganda, the National Coordinator for the Office of the NRM National Chairperson, Hadija Uzey Namyando. Releasing the traffic flow plan on Tuesday afternoon, the Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson, Senior Superintendent of Police Paul Godwin Arinaitwe, stated that at least 100,000 guests are expected to attend the birthday.
Huge game tonight up against Niger, and Uganda sits third in their group, and they are hoping to qualify for the AFCON next year. Briefly taking a look at how the table stands in that group. On top is Algeria, the Desert Foxes, with 15 points on all the games they have already played in their group. The second country on the log is Tanzania, they are having 7 points. Third is Uganda with 4 points. And the last country in that group is Niger with only 2 points, and they have already been nullified in that group. And here comes the mathematics for Uganda Cranes to qualify for AFCON next year. And they will have to pray that Tanzania loses into the hands of that Algeria, and a defeat into the hands of Algeria with goals and a goal difference of 1. Even if Uganda wins against Niger, we'll see our neighbors Taifa Stars going through. Meanwhile, if Uganda beats Niger by a goal to nil and Tanzania loses into the hands of Algeria by a goal to nil, it will pave way for Uganda Cranes. And the game will kickstart at 10 p.m. and the game is tonight. And at the same time, the game between Tanzania and Algeria is also at 10 p.m. Away from that, in more of our stories, Stephen Naismith, the former player for Everton, has been appointed as the permanent manager for the team Hearts. Hearts, a team that plays in Scottish Premiership. And out of the 4 games they have played in this season's Scottish Premiership, they have won 1 and drawn 1, and they are having 4 points. Previously, he has played for a number of clubs in English Premier League and also in Scottish League. And this is a player who started his career at Rangers. He also played for Kilmarnock before moving to Everton. And Everton had to sell him to Norwich in 2017, and Norwich also loaning him out to that a team that plays in Scottish Premiership, Hearts. And he retired afterwards, and he has been serving as interim manager for Hearts, and today the team Hearts have officially appointed him as their new manager, and the team has been competing in UEFA Europa League Conference, and they have already been eliminated. To finalize everything with what is happening in the world of transfer, and just a reminder to you, the Saudi Pro League summer transfer window will officially close tonight. And this league has been dominating the summer transfer window, signing several key players from the top European leagues. And they have been eyeing Liverpool, Egyptian, that's Mohamed Salah, and the team, that's El Ittihad. They have tabled something of £200 million to lure his services, and they fear that time may not be enough for them to lure the services of the Egyptian. And as I said, it's closing tonight. And at the same time, the team, that's Al Ittihad, that is managed by the former Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard, is also at the verge of completing the signing of Di Maria Gray from Everton. Briefly taking a look at some of the players that have already gone to Saudi Pro League, big clubs in Saudi Pro League. Before I leave the studios, let's start with Al Ittihad. In the summer transfer window, they acquired the services of Sadio Mane, ex-Liverpool player from Bayern Munich. They also signed a player in the names of Jota. Meanwhile, for the team, that's Al Hilal, they completed a record transfer for that's Neymar Jr. from Paris Saint-Germain. They were also able to acquire the services of Ruben Neves, the Portuguese, from the team of Wolves. They also signed Serbian Sergej Milinkovic from Lazio. They were also able to complete the signing of Alexander Mitrovic from the team of Fulham. Then Al Ittihad, we all know that they signed both that's Steven Gerrard as the strike and Steven Gerrard as the head coach, and also Jordan Henderson as a midfielder. Meanwhile, for the team, that's Al Ittihad, they completed the signing of N'Golo Kante from Chelsea on a free transfer. They were also able to lure the services of France striker, that's Karim Benzema from Los Blancos, that's Real Madrid. And to finalize with Al Ahly, these are big teams we have in Saudi Pro League. Al Ahly were also able to complete the signing of Roberto Firmino from the team of Liverpool. They were also able to complete the signing of Eduardo Mendy, a custodian from the team of Chelsea. They also completed the signing of Frankie Kessie from Barcelona, and also completing the signing of Alan Saint-Maximin from Newcastle. And as I said, which I feel I should repeat again, the summer transfer window in Saudi Pro League is officially shutting down tonight. In case some of the players we have in big European leagues will cross over to Saudi Pro League tonight, we'll also be in position to bring for you the story tomorrow. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. Thank you for always following Westnile TV and following the program of NILEcast. I am out of studio. We'll link up again tomorrow.
Thank you, Araco Benson Pastore, for the sports news and the sports highlight. And with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the NILEcast on Westnile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the NILEcast to the end of the NILEcast, only on Westnile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Christine. Have a good evening.